Hello, everybody. Sun God here. You already know, you already read the title, you already know what I'm talking about. Cats versus dogs. A tale as old as time itself. On one side, we have so called man's best friend, loyal to the very end, good, courageous. And the other side, we have cats, always seen as the villain, always seen as conniving, always evil, like Evil Larry. Anyway, but besides that, I have a few stories to tell about my cat, about my own personal life with these two different sides. I, unlike some people, have both sides. I have a cat and a dog. Well, I've had three cats and one dog. The dog has lived pretty long. The dog's name is Brooklyn. We'll start on the dog side first. Let's roll down memory lane and my personal experience with dogs. Back in 2019, right before COVID had really started to do its big thing of, killing people, my mom went to get a dog. My entire life, I've had three fish, and I wanted a hamster. But she wanted a dog, so we got a dog. She wanted a small purse dog, but instead we got this giant motherfucker who will not shut the hell up. So, beggars can't be choosers. His name was Brooklyn, and yes, he does have four other siblings: Queens, Staten Island, Manhattan, and the Bronx. He is a set of five. We don't know where his siblings are as of now, but it's whatever. But most importantly, this guy is stupid as hell. I have actively seen him run directly into walls. But he is still my dog. And there's nothing anyone could say or do to make me change how much I love him. Has he shat on my floor? Has he pissed on my clothes? Yes and yes. But will that stop me from loving him? Sometimes. Sometimes I want to throw this dude into the fucking sun. But unfortunately, I don't. Luckily, I don't do that, cause he's kind of cool sometimes when he's not barking loud as hell. So, a story that I have of my dog. We have this giant two-arm resting chair in our living room. When we first got him, the first thing he did was run up and sit in there. And he sat there for pretty much the entire next two or 3 days. Whenever he was done eating or done using the bathroom, first thing he'd do, walk up there, climb in, and then just sit and sleep. He was definitely a lazy guy. But here's a picture of him when we first got him, and here's a picture of him today. He still looks just as goofy. He is adorable, and if anyone ever insults him, I will find you and throw you out a window. So, do not insult my dog. Anyway, onto the cat side of things. I've had three cats, each one more interesting than the last. So the first cat we had was a stray. So one time we came home late from something. I don't remember what it was, but we came home late from it, and I was mad tired. So I flopped on the couch and fell dead asleep in my clothes. When I woke up, it was like 11 at night. My sister was sitting next to me, holding a blanket in her arms. I'm like, what the hell is that? And she looked at me and she said one word: cat. I look in the blanket, it's a tiny cat drinking milk. Because apparently, when my mom was about to go to sleep, she heard a tiny meowing coming from outside in a neighbor's driveway. And she's like, what is that? So she and my sister walked outside, went to the neighbor's driveway, and saw a bunch of kittens. And that's how we got Leo the lion. Our first cat, and quite the rambunctious and interesting little guy. he stayed with us. He stayed with us for a while. We loved him. We walked around a bunch. Here's a picture of him. He was nice. He was good. He was always more of an outside cat who liked to walk around and stuff. So we got this routine going where I would wake up in the morning, and as I was going for the bus, I'd let him outside and let him walk around and stuff. One day, I let him walk out when I was going to the bus, and when I came home late that day, he still wasn't home. I was like, okay, it's fine. He's a big cat. He can handle himself. Only to hear the most gut-wrenching scream come from my mom and see that our cat had been hit by a car. Not a great April, but you know, that was a while ago, so I'm not entirely over it, but mostly. And then we got our second cat from a friend. His name was Stuart Little. Mostly because he was very little until he grew up. Then he wasn't so little anymore. He and I were like best friends. When I would come home after school, he'd walk into my room, lay on my bed. I would lay on my bed, and we'd both fall asleep. And he was the most chill cat I've had. You could just walk up to him, pick him up, and carry him around under your arm. I'd always put him on top of the fridge because he liked sitting up there. He liked looking down on everyone because he was the smallest person in the house. It was nice. But he was an orange cat. Here's a picture of him. He looks so goofy. Here's some more pictures. I'm pretty sure I've put him in a video before. I don't know which one though. I'm not going to check all that footage. Unfortunately, he did have a heart attack, and that was sad. It was a sad moment for me. And then we got our most recent cat, Mochi. We got her recently this year. Oh wait, actually, before I talk about Mochi, I have a story about Stuart. It was the day before the science regents. I think it was, the 10th grade science regents. The day right before that happened. The day before that happened, my mom had to go to the hospital for something, so I was left at home alone with the cat and dog. And I was like, okay, that's fine, it's whatever. And as I was about to go to bed, I kept thinking, I haven't seen the cat since my mom left. Where did the cat go? Only to look out my window and see this dude walking around the backyard at the dead of night. So now I have to rush out and try to coax this dude back inside the house as he tries to run away for no goddamn reason when he has infinite food and infinite love right here. But you know, whatever, screw me, I guess. So as I'm doing that, the dog decides to run out, I think, and just make things even worse. But I was able to get both of them in bed, and I did ace that science region, so, you know, it's whatever. I'm just that being cool. What can I say? Anyway, after that, now we talk about my most recent cat, Mochi. Why did we name her after food? I don't know. It's the first thing that came to my mind. And she looks angry. She always looks angry, and she will always look angry. But she is not angry. She just kind of looks like that. That's just how Mochi looks. She, like her owner, is very angry looking, and there's nothing I can do to change that. And I kind of like her for that, because it looks funny. Here's a picture of her. Look at her. She looks so angry. And she is also a stray. So a story of how we got her it's a bit interesting. So my sister and her girlfriend were walking down the street. You know, we're chilling and relaxing when two cats start to follow them, and those two cats followed them for 5 blocks. And so my sister calls up my mom saying, this cat's been following me for like 5 blocks. And with a heavy sigh, Mom says, I'm coming. So she gets the car and the box, and she drives down, and that's how we got Mochi. So I've had quite a few cats in my life, and to be honest, cats are just better, bro. Dogs are so loud. I'm just not, and they also want to go outside a lot. I'm not an outside person. I'm an inside person, as you can tell by the fact I play fucking video games. But it's whatever. I'm mostly an inside person, and my cat is also an inside person. So we just kind of chill together. So it just makes everything so much better. So personally, I'm a cat person. Cats are just better for inside stuff, and dogs are loud as fuck. They do not know when to just stop talking. Anyway, that's my opinion on cats and dogs. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll catch you in another one when I do Fungal 7. That's gonna be the last one. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and I'll catch you in another one. Now get off my property.